Hello! In here, I want to explain about simple present tense. Simple present tense is one of the English tense used to express general fact, habit, fixed trend, or event that occur regularly. Here, I will explain some points in it, including pattern, adverb of time, and explain. Okay, the first discussion of pattern. Patterns are divided into three, namely positive sentence, negative sentence, and interrogative sentence. Pattern for positive sentence such as subject, perempuan, and object. And the example, I saw my children's uniform. Pattern for negative sentence such as subject, do or does, not, perempuan, and object. And the example, I do not sell my children's uniform. And for pattern interrogative sentence such as do or does, subject, perempuan, and object. And the example, do you sell your children's uniform? The second is the adverb of time. Adverb of time used in the simple present include the signal and sentence. The first, the signal always. The sentence is Johan always swim in the river. And next, the signal is every day. The sentence is you write a letter every day. Okay, next, the signal is every week. The sentence is Vika meets Yuni in the school every week. The last, the signal is this evening. The sentence is Karim read the Holy Quran is evening. Simple present tense come in a form of nominal sentence. A nominal sentence is a sentence whose predicate is not a verb. Predicate other than verb can be known. For example, farmer, lecturer, cat, and other. Some are in the form of adjective. For example, said, product, black, fall. And there are adverb of place, for example, in Yogyakarta, there, here, and at home. The sentence required to be is, are as an auxiliary verb. The auxiliary verb is for third person singular subjects such as she, he, my brother, and teacher. The auxiliary verb am for first person singular subjects such as I. The auxiliary verb are for second person singular or plural subject you, and third person plural such as we and they. Next explanation. Verb 1 for subject I, you, we, they. For she, he, it. Des, C, or es ending is added. If you come across verbs that are pronoun like his, ch, c, double s, sh, x, and o, the verb add es for third person singular subject he, she, it. This word include cat to cates, teach to teaches, establish to establish, wash to wishes, fix to fixes, discuss to discusses, and go to goes. When a verb ends in a y that is preceded by a vowel, the verb add and c. This can be found is say to says, buy to buys, play to plays. If the verb ends in a y preceded by a consonant, the y is changed to an I and then an es is added. This can be found in the word copy to copies, bury to buries, carry to carries, dry to dries. Now, if you want to make a negative sentence, you just need to add not after do or does, if the subject is first singular I, if the subject is second personal singular or plural, you or your, and for third personal plural, we and they. Then we use the auxiliary verb do. However, if the subject we use is the subject for the third person singular, he, she, it, then we use does. We can abbreviate the word do not to don't, and the word does not to doesn't. Okay, next the pattern and example. For the positive sentence such as subject, to be, is or am or are, noun or adjective or adverb of place. And the example, she is a beautiful woman. Okay, next for negative sentence such as subject, to be, is, am and are, not, noun or adjective or adverb of place. For the example, she is not a beautiful woman. Next, for interrogative sentence such as to be, is, am, are, and subject and noun or adjective or adverb of place. And for the example, is she a beautiful woman? Maybe that's enough for me.
Simple past tense. What is simple past tense? Simple past tense is a type of sentence that is used to tell events that happened in the past which have been complemented or ended in the past as well. So, we will use these tenses when we tell about our activities that have been complemented in the past. For example, we want to say that we bought a book yesterday afternoon. Well, since this activity happened in the past yesterday afternoon and the buying process is finished, then we can use this verb to tell it. What is the formula simple past tense? The general formula of this verb is subject plus verb to plus object plus complement. But just like other tenses, the formula of past tense changes depending on whether the predicate is a nominal or verbal. Number 1. Nominal simple past tense formula. For positive sentence, subject plus to be, was or were plus complement. Example, they were friends. For negative sentence, subject plus to be, was or were plus not plus complement. Example, they were not friends. For interrogative sentence, to be, was or were plus subject plus complement. Example, were they friends? Number 2. Verbal simple past tense. Tenses formula for positive sentence. Subject plus verb to plus complement. Example, she worked yesterday. For negative sentence, subject plus did plus not plus verb 1. Example, she did not work yesterday. For interrogative sentence, did plus subject plus verb 1. Example, did she work yesterday? Function of simple past tense. There are several functions of using this verb, that is, to describe an event that happened in the past and was complemented and a specific time, to describe several events or activities that have been done in the past. Usually, those events happen in sequence. To describe events that start and ended in the past and usually have a duration, Duration word use include for 2 years, for 5 minutes, all day, all years, and others. To describe a habit that we practice in the past but is not longer practiced today. To convey fact or things that were common in the past and are not longer true today. This function is similar to use of used to.
Hi guys! In this session, I will tell you about simple future tense. Do you know what is simple future tense? I will tell you about simple future tense. First of all, there is a definition of simple future tense. Simple future tense is a tense used to describe events or actions that haven't happened yet, but are scheduled or planned to happen in the future. In other words, if we want to talk about something that we plan to do later, something that we think will happen, we use the simple future tense. And here, formula of simple future tense. Simple future tense use modal such as will, shall, and be going to show the action that will happen. And the formula is so simple. Here are a positive sentence like subject plus will or shall plus verb 1 plus object. For example, I will go to school. Or subject plus to be is MR, going to plus verb 1 plus object. For example, I'm going to buy a new phone. For negative sentence, it's subject plus will or shall plus not plus verb 1 plus object. For example, I will not go to school. Or subject plus to be is MR plus not plus going to plus verb 1 plus object. And for example, I'm not going to buy a new phone. For interrogative sentence, it's will plus subject plus verb 1 plus object. And for example, will I go to school? Or to be is MR or subject plus going to plus verb 1 plus object. For example, I'm going to buy a new phone. There are a few points to keep in mind. Use verb 1. This is the main rule. In simple future tense, we always use verb 1. And don't depend on the subject. Whether the subject is I, you, we, they, he, she, it, or singular and plural subject, the rule remains the same and applies to all sentence types. Whether it's a positive, negative, or interrogative sentence, keep using verb 1. Usage of shall, will, and be going to. But there are subtle differences depending on the context. Will is the more commonly used and versatile form. Will can be used with all subjects. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. And will for future actions that are less routine. For example, she will finish her homework tomorrow. And shall is used with I and we subjects. More commonly used in British English. For example, I shall help you with your homework. However, in modern English, shall is rarely used and is mostly replaced by will. And the going to also applies to all subjects, I, you, we, they, he, she, it. And for the plain actions, the be after the subject can change to am, is, are. For example, he's going to study medicine. It's plain already in place. So, the choice between shall, will, and be going to depends on the context and situations. There are some simple future tense variations that you should know, like I will, be I'll, he will, be you'll, he will, be he'll, she will, be she will. It's same, yeah. And will not, be won't, shall not, be shan't. There are also some time markers of simple future tense like tomorrow, next time, next, soon, later, tonight, the day after tomorrow, this week, this morning, immediately, and last days later. The simple future tense can be employed to represent an activity that takes place or takes place something later. The simple future tense also communicates data or assurance about the time now.
And the simple future tense is essentially the very form that expresses things that occur after the present tense, or at time the incident or action described occurred by the moment of saying. Maybe it's all about simple future tense. See you, bye bye.
Hello everyone, in the previous section we have learned about simple present, past and future tense. And now we are going to learn about perfect tense. Well, perfect tense is a tense that will look back from a certain point in time to another point in time. Well, based on the time when something has happened, tenses divided into three, which is present, past and future. So is perfect tenses. Well, perfect tenses is used to declare or reveal a past action or event that is still ongoing until now, or to talk about life experiences but not in specific. So the event has just happened, but the result can still be seen. The formulation of present perfect tense divided into two. If you will mention only the complement, well, it will be subject, has or have, plus complement. For example, she has been very busy lately. And to make it negative, just put not after the has or have. So it will be, she has not been very busy lately. And to make it interrogative, just invert the has to the front. So it will be, has she been very busy lately? And now, if you will mention the object, the formulation will be subject plus has or have plus verb 3 or past participle plus object. For example, they have paid their orders. And to make it negative, just put not after the has or have. For example, they haven't paid their orders. And to make it interrogative, just invert the has or have to the front. For example, have they paid their orders? And now, that was just present perfect tense. What about past perfect tense? Well, past perfect tense is used to show event happened before the next action in past or something done in past. Well, the formulation is almost similar to the present one, but here we change the have or has into had. So it will be subject plus had plus past participle plus subject. For example, she had studied English for 3 years before she went to New York. And to make it negative, just put not after the had. So it will be, she had not studied English for 3 years before she went to New York. And if you want to make it interrogative, just invert the had to the front. So it will be, had she studied English for 3 years before she went to New York? It's very easy, isn't it? And if you will not mention the object, the formulation will be subject plus had been plus complement. For example, he had been in London before I went there. And if you want to change it into negative, just put not after the had. For example, she had not been in London before I went there. And what about the future perfect tense? Future perfect tense is used to tell something is predicated to have happened or even complete in the future. Now, you have to pay the attention to this because in this tense, you have to put the future aspect, which are will and shall. And the formulation will be subject plus will or shall plus have been plus complement. For example, they will have been at home when the pizza comes. And to change it into negative, just put not after the will or shall. For example, they will not have been at home when the pizza comes. And to change it into interrogative, just invert the shall or will to the front. For example, will they have been home when the pizza comes? And maybe that's all the tenses from the simple present, simple past, and simple future, and also the perfect one. Hope you guys understand with this video, and thank you guys for watching. time.